The Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, Latin, Ordo Hermeticus Aurori Aurea, more commonly the Golden Dawn, Aurora Aurea, was a secret society devoted to the study and practice of occult Hermeticism and metaphysics during the late 19th and early 20th centuries. Known as a magical order, the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn was active in Great Britain and focused its practices on theurgy and spiritual development. Many present-day concepts of ritual and magic that are at the center of contemporary traditions, such as Wicca and Thelema, were inspired by the Golden Dawn, which became one of the largest single influences on 20th-century Western occultism. The Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn was a secret society devoted to the study and practice of occult Hermeticism and metaphysics during the late 19th and early 20th centuries. It was active in Great Britain and focused its practices on theurgy and spiritual development. Theurgy is a type of magic that involves invoking deities or spirits to achieve spiritual goals and the operation or effect of a supernatural or divine agency in human affairs. Freemasonry, also known as Masonry, refers to fraternal organizations that trace their origins to the local guilds of stonemasons that regulated the qualifications of stonemasons and their interaction with authorities and clients from the end of the 13th century. Modern Freemasonry broadly consists of two main recognition groups, regular Freemasonry and continental Freemasonry. Regular Freemasonry insists that a volume of scripture be open in a working lodge, that every member profess belief in a supreme being, that no women be admitted, and that the discussion of religion and politics not take place within the lodge. Continental Freemasonry consists of the jurisdictions that have removed some or all of these restrictions. The basic organizational unit of Freemasonry is the lodge. These private lodges are usually supervised at the regional level by a Grand Lodge or Grand Orient. The degrees of Freemasonry retain the three grades of medieval craft guilds: entered apprentice, fellow craft, or journeyman, and master mason. The candidate of these three degrees is progressively taught the meanings of the symbols of Freemasonry and entrusted with grips, signs, and words to signify to other members that he has been so initiated. Due to misconceptions about Freemasonry's tradition of not discussing its rituals with non-members, the fraternity has become associated with many conspiracy theories. The Golden Dawn system was based on hierarchy and initiation, similar to Masonic lodges. However, women were admitted on an equal basis with men. The Golden Dawn was the first of three orders, although all three are often collectively referred to as the Golden Dawn. The first order taught esoteric philosophy based on the Hermetic Kabbalah and personal development through study and awareness of the four classical elements, as well as the basics of astrology, tarot divination, and geomancy. The second or inner order, the Rosae Rubeae et Aureae Crucis, taught magic, including scrying, astral travel, and alchemy. The third order was that of the secret chiefs, who were said to be highly skilled. They supposedly directed the activities of the lower two orders by spirit communication with the chiefs of the second order. The three founders, William Robert Woodman, William Wynn Westcott and Samuel Liddell Mathis, were Freemasons. Westcott appears to have been the initial driving force behind the establishment of the Golden Dawn. William Wynn Westcott, 1848–1925, was a coroner, ceremonial magician, theosophist, and Freemason born in Leamington, Warwickshire, England. He was a supreme magus, chief, of the S.I.A. and went on to co-found the Golden Dawn. S.I.A. stands for Societas Rosicruciana in Anglia. It is the oldest independent society of Rosicrucian Freemasons in the world, its members being Master Masons of lodges recognized by the United Grand Lodge of England. The aim of the society is to afford mutual aid and encouragement in working out the great problems of life, and in discovering the secrets of nature, to facilitate the study of the system of philosophy founded upon the Kabbalah and the doctrines of Hermes Trismegistus. William Wynn Westcott was a supreme magus, chief, of the SRIA. William Wynn Westcott was born on December 17, 1848, in Leamington, Warwickshire, England. He was orphaned at the age of 9 and was brought up by his uncle who practiced medicine in Somerset. After completing his education at University College London and qualifying as a doctor, Westcott joined his uncle's practice. He subsequently pursued a successful medical career culminating in his appointment as coroner for North West London. He was also a regular contributor to the Medico-Legal Journal and editor of the Extra Pharmacopoeia. Westcott was initiated into Freemasonry in the Somerset Perrott and Axe Lodge on October 24, 1871, and soon joined many other orders in the area, the Holy Royal Arch, Mark Masonry, Ancient and Accepted Scottish Rite, and the Red Cross of Constantine. In 1880 he began studying the Kabbalah and joined Societas Rosicruciana in Anglia. In 1887, he co-founded the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn with Samuel Liddell MacGregor Mathers and William Robert Woodman. In 1896, he abandoned public involvement with the Golden Dawn due to pressure regarding his job as a Crown Coroner, with which it was seen as an unseemly association. He continued to head the SRIA and later was involved with the Golden Dawn breakaway Stella Matutina. He retired as a coroner after 1910, emigrated to the Union of South Africa in 1918, and died in Durban on July 30, 1925. Samuel Liddell MacGregor Mathers, 8 or the 11th of January 1854, 5 or the 20th of November 1918, born Samuel Liddell Mathers, was a British occultist. He is primarily known as one of the founders of the *** Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn ***, a ceremonial magic order of which offshoots still exist today. Dr. William Robert Woodman, 1828 – the 20th of December 1891, was one of 3 co-founders of the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. Woodman was a medical doctor, horticultural expert, and occultist. He was also a member of several metaphysical orders in England. In 1887, he was given the honorary grade of Exempt Adept of the Isis Urania Temple of the Golden Dawn, founded in 1888, in which he held the office of Imperator. His mottos in the order were Magna est Veritas et Prelevebit, 5 is equal to 6, Great is the truth and it shall prevail, and Vincit Omnia Veritas, 7 is equal to 4, Truth rules all. Thelema is a Western esoteric and occult social or spiritual philosophy and new religious movement founded in the early 1900s by Aleister Crowley, 1875–1947, an English writer, mystic, occultist, and ceremonial magician. The word Thelema is the English transliteration of the Koine Greek noun, Thelma, meaning will, from the verb thl, to will, wish, want or purpose. According to Crowley, in 1904 he received a text or scripture called the Book of the Law, dictated to him by a potentially non-corporeal entity named Iwas. This text was to serve as the foundation of the religious and philosophical system he called Thelema. Crowley identified himself as the prophet of a new era in humanity's spiritual development, a novel age he termed as the Aeon of Horus. The Thelemic pantheon includes a number of deities, primarily a trio adapted from ancient Egyptian religion, who are the 3 narrators or speakers of the Book of the Law, Nuit, Hadit, and Rahoakuit. In at least one instance, Crowley described these deities as a literary convenience. Thelema's teachings enjoin morality, charity, and obedience to the law of the land. Its central ethical code is expressed as, "Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law," and "Love is the law, love under will." The Golden Dawn was founded by Freemasons William Robert Woodman, Samuel Liddell MacGregor Mathers, and William Wynn Westcott. Like the Freemasons, the Golden Dawn was an exclusive organization with secret rituals. In the Fellowship, Philip Zaleski and Carol Zaleski describe how the Golden Dawn practiced magic rituals, stitched together from Catholic, Egyptian, and Rosicrucian threads. Its members included famous artists like W.B. Yeats and Arthur Machen. They had diverse interests in magic. Many practiced Goetia, a Latin term for magic rituals to communicate with spirits. Crowley joined the Golden Dawn in 1898 and quickly clashed with Yeats and other important members. Yeats wasn't impressed when Crowley showed him some of his poetry, and generally found Crowley immoral, commenting that the Golden Dawn was not a reformatory. Rumors that Crowley practiced Goetia rituals where he had sex with men and women worsened his reputation. Then, in 1900, Crowley sided with Mathers in a power struggle. The Golden Dawn expelled Mathers and barred Crowley from its London location. While the Golden Dawn didn't officially expel Crowley, he became less active and slowly distanced himself from Mathers. Over the next decade, Crowley traveled, climbed mountains, performed various magic rituals, and wrote poetry and non-fiction about the occult, sometimes plagiarizing Golden Dawn material. In 1904, Crowley claimed he and his first wife, Rose Edith Kelly, had a spiritual experience in which a messenger named Aiwass described a new phase of human history, or eon. Crowley was to be the eon's prophet. Aiwass and other spirits dictated their teachings to Rose over 3 days, with Crowley recording them. Crowley edited and published these teachings in 1909 as Liber al Vel Legis, the Book of the Law. The book describes deities who call the Aeon of Horus a time for unprecedented light, life, love, and liberty. However, only the few who reconnect with their divine inner selves via magic will enjoy these pleasures. In 1907, Crowley founded A Therefore, an occult organization to supersede the Golden Dawn. Its teachings included the Book of the Law and other Thelemic teachings that Crowley kept developing and promoting until he died in 1947. Crowley also joined several existing occult organizations, often introducing his ideas into their rituals. Stories about Crowley's behavior led the English tabloid press to dub him the wickedest man in the world. Crowley encouraged this public image, claiming he was the great beast described in the Book of the Law. Goetia is a practice that involves invoking or calling forth angels and demons. The term Goetia refers to the evocation of demons or evil spirits and is derived from the ancient Greek word Goetia, meaning charm, witchcraft, or jugglery. The word came from the 17th century grimoire The Lesser Key of Solomon, which describes the calling of 72 demons. Goetia has been used to describe a form of magic that emphasizes the summoning or calling forth of lesser spirits or demons to make a visible appearance in a predestined location using the added intention of forcing the entity to undertake the will of the summoner. The Ars Goetia is a section of the 17th century grimoire The Lesser Key of Solomon that describes the calling of 72 demons. The demons' names are taken from the Ars Goetia, which differs in terms of number and ranking from the Pseudomonarchia Daemonum of Johann Weir. As a result of multiple translations, there are multiple spellings for some of the names. The Lesser Key of Solomon, also known as Leamington Clavicula Solomonis or simply Leamington, is an anonymously authored grimoire on demonology. It was compiled in the mid-17th century, mostly from materials several centuries older. The text is divided into 5 books: the Ars Goetia, Ars Goetia, Ars Paulina, Ars Almadel, and Ars Notoria. The Ars Goetia is the first section of the Lesser Key of Solomon and contains descriptions of 72 demons that King Solomon is said to have evoked and confined in a bronze vessel sealed by magic symbols. The text describes how to safely summon these demons and compel them to do the will of the conjurer. A grimoire is a textbook of magic, typically including instructions on how to create magical objects like talismans and amulets, how to perform magical spells, charms, and divination, and how to summon or invoke supernatural entities such as angels, spirits, deities, and demons. It is also known as a book of spells, magic book, or a spell book.